Federalist Paper 5, Part 3. They who well consider the history of similar divisions and confederacies will find abundant reason to apprehend that those in contemplation would in no other sense be neighbors than as they would be borderers, that they would neither love nor trust one another, but on the contrary would be a prey to discord, jealousy, and mutual injuries. In short, that they would place us exactly in the situation in which some nations doubtless wish to see us, formidable only to each other. From these considerations, it appears that those persons are greatly mistaken who suppose that alliances, offensive and defensive, might be formed between these confederacies and would produce that combination and union of wills, of arms, and of resources which would be necessary to put and keep them in a formidable state of defense against foreign enemies. When did the independent states into which Britain and Spain were formerly divided combine in such alliance, or unite their forces against a foreign enemy? The proposed confederacies will be distinct nations. Each of them would have its commerce with foreigners to regulate by distinct treaties, and as their productions and commodities are different and proper for different markets, so would those treaties be essentially different. Different commercial concerns must create different interests, and of course different degrees of political attachment to and connection with the different foreign nations. Hence it might and probably would happen that the foreign nation with whom the Southern Confederacy might be at war would be the one with whom the Northern Confederacy would be the most desirous of preserving peace and friendship. An alliance so contrary to their immediate interests would not therefore be easy to form, nor, if formed, would it be observed and fulfilled with perfect good faith. Nay, it is far more probable that in America, as in Europe, neighboring nations acting under the impulse of opposite interests and unfriendly passions would frequently be found taking different sides. Considering our distance from Europe, it would be more natural for these confederacies to apprehend danger from one another than from distant nations, and therefore that each of them should be more desirous to guard against the others by the aid of foreign alliances than to guard against foreign dangers by alliances between themselves. And here let us not forget how much more easy it is to receive foreign fleets into our ports and foreign armies into our country than it is to persuade or compel them to depart. How many conquests did the Romans and others make in the characters of allies, and what innovations did they, under the same character, introduce into the governments of those whom they pretended to protect? Let candid men judge, then, whether the division of America into any given number of independent sovereignties would tend to secure us against the hostilities and improper interference of foreign nations. One of the important books that was published in 1776 was the first volume of The Decline and Fall of the Roman Empire by the very famous, now famous English historian Edward Gibbons. So here, John Jay is making a reference to that book. He says the Romans would make treaties, make alliances with weaker nations in the peripheries bordering their empire, and gradually would learn a way of finding a way to take that territory away from them. He says the same thing will happen to us Americans. If we have confederacies, then we will invite foreign nations to come in and help us. And when you invite a foreign army into your soil, you're not going to easily be able to get them out. It says we should not make the same mistake. نان فارسی، خب همونجوری که قسمت قبلی گفتم، جا میگه ببینید از امپراتوری روم کلک‌های رو امپراتوری روم یاد بگیریم که اول میومد عهد و پیمان با این کشورهای پیرامونیش میبست که میگفت ما بیایم با هم دیگه عهدی ببندیم که فلانی بهتون حمله نکنه. بعد یواش یواش برنامه این کشورها رو یاد میگرفتن، یواش یواش جذب خودشون میکردن. حالا میگه ما مگه کنفدراسیون بشیم، 3-4 تا کنفدراسیون بینمون بی‌اعتمادی به هم دیگه نشون بدیم و اینا، یواش یواش برای اینکه مثلا از کنفدراسیون قوی تر میترسیم، یکی از این کشورهای خارجی رو هم دعوت میکنیم که بیاد مثلا به ما کمک دفاعی بکنه. و میگه اینا به محض اینکه دیگه وارد خاکت شدن و یا نمیدونن ناوگانشون آوردن بندرتون، اینا رو دیگه نمیتونید راحت دکشون بکنید. پس میگه الازلان اتحاد بکنیم به نفعمونه که اصلا این بهانه رو به دست کسی ندیم. پس موفق باشید. من هنوز ویدیوهای زیادی رو این آلبوم ویدیویی نذاشتم، که ویدیوهایی که منظورم ویدیوهای سخنرانی اساتید مختلف، ولی اونایی رو که میذارم نگاه بکنید، محبت بکنید. اسم اون اساتید آمریکایی رو که دادم، مورخای آمریکایی رو که گفتم از شناخته ترین مورخای دوران بنیانگذاری آمریکا هستن، سعی بکنید در ویدیوهای اونا ویدیوهاشون رو نگاه بکنید و کم کم دایره معلوماتتون رو ببرید بالا. چون من فکر میکنم این مقاله های فدرالیست رو خیلی راحت تر درکش میکنید وقتی این زمینه تاریخی اون زمان رو بدونید. من البته امیدوارم که با این کار ویدیویی که دارم میکنم، به علاوه اون ترجمه هایی که تو ویدیوهای دیگه کردم، این کار رو برای شما بکنم. پس فعلا خداحافظ، موفق باشید.